having a good time? It's amazing. These amazing people. Nairobi is so blessed, isn't it? You know, right here we have enough brain power to transform this nation. How many of you believe that? We have enough brain power to transform this nation. We don't need more brain power. We just need activated brains. You know, you all know about this word that I talk about, the word mumu. People who, they think in reverse. If they did not have a brain, they would not miss the fact that they don't have a brain. And that's a terrible place to be, isn't it? That's a really terrible place to be. And so that's why we have events like the Inspire to Inspire. Because I found out that we have it in us already, isn't it? But there is a big disconnect for a lot of people between who they were as little kids and then who they are when they grow up. And many times the key to our prosperity lies in who we were when we were little children before we knew the meaning of the word impossibility. Isn't it? Many times you find out that the key is, I mean, when we have Inspire to Inspire, I ask people, who were you as a child? And then we suddenly discover that we are living different lives. Listen, you were made an original, don't die a photocopy. What's the point in living and living somebody else's life? I discovered you are the best at being you. No matter how much I try to be judged, even if I am good, I am simply a good copy. Who wants the copy when you can have the original? So lift up your right hand and say, I was born to be an original. I refuse to die a photocopy. Is somebody hearing me today? And so that's why we put the Inspire to Inspire program together. Because my commission is inspiring, transforming Africa one mind at a time. And I know that for that to happen, I cannot do it alone. We need to raise a whole network of transformers, a whole network of people who are thinking different. When I was young, the politicians in my country, when they promised us things, they promised us education, they promised us health, they promised us roads, and they promised us power. That was a long time ago. 45 years later, what are they still promising? The same thing. So have we moved? No, we are stagnant. And the stagnation of the society is a direct reflection of the stagnation of the minds. So that means we are being led. Listen, no society can rise above the mental capacity of its leaders. And that's why I have been shouting. I said, you want to win an election? Surround yourself with thinkers, not with activists. Is somebody hearing me today? Yes. We need to surround ourselves with thinkers. Unfortunately, a lot of people behave as if they're going to be given an invoice for thinking. Thinking is free, yet it is rare. Yep. And so that's why, we can affect this nation without being in government. All those in favor of that say aye. Aye. The ayes have it today. So do I take it that in this room we are going to affect the destiny of this nation, and this nation will be better off because we lived? Yes. Fantastic. What's the point in dying if you never lived? You know, some people, and I keep talking about the dash, that what is important is not, listen, when a person dies, there is that dash between the date of birth and the date of departure. Wangari Maathai, 1942. Now the value is in the dash. So you have some people who have a short dash, like Martin Luther King, and you can never forget them. Yet some people, their dash is longer than from here to Lokochogyo. And at the end of the day, let me give you an example. There's a gentleman in the Bible called Methuselah. Now that bro lived for 900 years. And the only thing you know about that bro is that Methuselah was born. He lived. He had children for which you require no special skill. and he died. 900 years, and that's the only thing we know about you. Now turn to your neighbor, say, I hope he's not talking about you. Is somebody hearing me today? And that is why, listen, we will never rise above the excuses we give for mediocrity. And nobody will treat you better than you see yourself. And so that's why it is so crucial that we raise an army of transformers, people who are going to think different, people who are going to say, when in Rome, don't be like the Romans. Why do you want to be like the Romans? When in Rome, convert the Romans.